Drew always tries to finger a girl on the first date because he heard on a podcast that women love White Claws.
The nicest thing I could say about Lexi is that her voice doesn't stop people from fucking her. Wait, that's not the nicest thing I could say is you're probably the hottest girl in Irvine that sounds mid-transition.
Thank you, Chuck E. Cheese Dick. Drew looks so much like a rat. Any girl he gets pregnant has to take pest control.
It's really nice to be here at Jam in the Van. Lexi got booked for the show the same way she gets booked for every show, by getting rammed by a man.
Drew, what's underneath your hat? Male pattern baldness?
No.
Drew is a grocery store employee, so he tells rich white men that he also works in stocks.
This was a toss-up on who was going to wear the Mac Miller gear on stage, but I'm glad it wasn't me.
Maybe you should join the 27 Club with him.
He is dead, yeah. Lexi, I've heard of saggy tits before. I've never heard of saggy hips. Don't they look like they're trying to run away from her voice right now? Seriously, all a guy has to do to fuck you is wait for your pants to slide off.
You wish you had any access to this, Drew.
I don't run any open mics, that's why I don't.
Drew, his mom is a crack addict and she lost all of her teeth. And to make up for it, Drew decided to grow his out.
Lexi, why don't you stop worrying about my dead mom and start worrying about your dead ends? I mean, seriously, you look like you got groomed as a teenager but never as an adult. I really don't know what has more dead ends. Your hair or your joke premises. They just fall off a cliff.
All right, Drew. Drew found himself in his brother's shadow, and now we all have to endure 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah. A lot of people think Lexi is disgusting because she's a slut. I don't. I think she's disgusting because she's Italian. It's hard to tell Lexi's Italian except for her giant nose, her dumb last name, and for $20 she'll go like this until you tell her to stop.
Bay Area! That's for Absher. This is Lexi Accinelli. That was a roast battle. Make some noise, audience. Now, Pat Barker, when was this battle booked? And Josh, you helped out with this. When did you guys book this thing?
Yeah, so this was booked just a couple days ago. Lexi is part of our California Cup tournament, which is what we're doing here tonight. Battlers from LA, the Bay Area, San Diego. Lexi's a monster, and her opponent was so terrified she dropped out like 4 days ago. So Lexi gets a bye to the next round, but I was like, you could just take the night off. And she was like, no, fuck that. I still want to battle. I want to put on a show. And we worked this out last second. So give it up for these guys.
A hell of a fight for 48 hours notice.
Absolutely. Great job, both of you.
So let's start with Josh here. Yeah, you know these guys personally. You booked these guys for the Roast Battle Bay Area crew. Who'd you like tonight?
Well, I felt like this was a perfect encapsulation of the Roast Battle Bay Area. Just 2 dirty, homeless-looking white people.
Takes one to know one.
Who think they're better than you? That takes one to know one. All right. Lexi, she was going for sexy, but took a big L. I'm saying the name. Let me get to the voting. They both look like WNBA players before they started allowing black women.
That joke's so funny, it's not even real, but I like that. WNBA was created in 1996.
Wow. They both had some good jokes. They both had some ones that missed. Lexi, that male pattern baldness joke was pretty spotty. But I felt like Drew kind of edged it out a little bit.
Hell yeah. All right.
Nobody else agrees with
They
me.
don't-
What the fuck did I do to you guys?
Maybe he just drove me here.
Also true, yeah.
Oh man. All right. Connor McSpadden, you've done this before. You've done it naked. You've done it on TV. You've written for TV. What'd you like about this battle here? Who'd you like?
Well, the hardest thing to do is a roast battle on the last minute. So give these guys another round of applause for doing that. This is a very stressful fucking sport to participate in, especially when you look like Doug Stanhope before he started drinking. You look like you work at the last remaining porn store with physical magazines. Or like if Napoleon Dynamite was a jock. It's really strange.
Like an old school Peeping Tom. You know, like a classic.
My take on the battle was that Drew was maybe a little more consistent and Lexi maybe had a few more duds. But I felt that Lexi varied her subject matter a lot more. I wrote down all my favorite jokes. All my favorite jokes of yours, Drew, are all slut jokes. All well-crafted, mean, hilarious slut jokes.
Thank you.
But slut jokes nonetheless. And she's hitting you on like your fucking long-ass teeth, your loser mentality, your finger-banging abilities. So for the sheer variety, and because this is a joke writer showcase, I give my vote to Lexi.
Whoa! Okay. This is an exhibition. She's already in the second round.
Yeah.
Due to forfeit. But go ahead. Let's have some fun, Pat.
I mean, this was an awesome battle. Again, thank you guys for doing it. I know somewhere right now in San Francisco there's a skate park that feels very empty. You guys are great battlers, and you should see them do a kickflip. It's fucking ridiculous. Lexi, you're dressed like every single mom I've ever seen at a Walmart at 3 o'clock in the morning. You truly look awful. I'm kidding. You guys, I forget who said the transitioning thing, but you do both look like you're transitioning into each other.
Wow.
Just ships passing in the night.
Real good diagram up here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My favorite moment of the battle was when you had a joke about him fingering girls, and it was just sheer coincidence, but when you said he fingers girls, at that exact moment, you checked your hand for your next joke. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but it looked like you were like reminiscing on happier times about some chick you finger blasted this afternoon. You're just looking down like, hell yeah, I do finger girls. I love that shit. I thought you both had a lot of high highs. I thought that, Drew, you had some of my favorite moments. The thing that got me was, in a few of your jokes, the best moment was in the middle. It was like, you did like 3 jokes, and the middle one hit so hard. Like when you said, the best thing I could say about Lexi is her voice doesn't stop people from fucking her. That was great, and it got a great pop, and you could have just left it, but you tried the second part, and then that didn't work out as well. She looks like she was groomed as a teenager, but never as an adult, and then that hit, but then you added another thing. Like, that would be my only thing, is like you ended on low notes. I felt like a lot of times when you could have just closed in the middle. And then Lexi, I think you ended higher on most of. I love the fact that you wanted to make a joke about his teeth, and you're like, how can I also work his crackhead mom into this? That shows dedication to the sport. I love that. You guys are great, and Drew, this is my first time seeing you. I would love it if you came down and did more shit like this, man. I think you're a beast.
Absolutely. Thanks
yeah,
for having me.
of course, man. Anytime, you let me know. But I'm gonna edge this battle to Lexi.
Hey! She didn't have to battle, but she did anyway, folks. Lexi Accinelli!
Roast Battle Bay Area Sacramento champion.
Battle!
You're watching Jam in the Van Comedy, and we couldn't keep it heady without your support. So make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe, and hit the bell to change your preferences to notify all. Join us for a show via the link in the description, and thanks for supporting live comedy.